Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Rabbi Cass from thesofarcenter.com. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell, so when I make future videos, you'll get notified. Mezuzah cases that can be used inside of the house, pretty much any case can go. There are reasons, for Kabbalistic reasons, that people will refrain from using metal, because it's brought down that metal is actually made from barzel, and barzel is a material which cuts life short, so like with a sword, so to speak. And to put a mezuzah in something which is made out of metal, it's not appropriate, because we know that the reward for the mezuzah is actually written in the mezuzah itself. It's Leman Yirbu Yimechem V'Yimei B'nechem. We're talking about the mezuzah, and it says in order that it prolong the days of your life and the days of the children, your days. So it's not appropriate to put the mezuzah, which its reward is long life, in a material which cuts life short, so to speak. So for those who follow Kabbalah would refrain from using a metal mezuzah case. To my understanding, this doesn't apply to silver. Silver would be okay. The only thing with silver cases, I will tell you that the silver will tarnish, and then sometimes you can have cleaning help be spraying the mezuzah case in order to clean it off and to tarnish it, and that spray could be a problem for the mezuzah. So you have to keep in mind, if you're going to be using a silver case, whenever you're having mezuzah, whenever you want to polish it, just make sure you do it very carefully, that none of the spray or no cream should, whatever you call it, should not go on the actual mezuzah itself. And of course, if you're going to have cleaning help, if they're taking down the mezuzah to polish it and put it back up, you have to make sure that the mezuzahs are put back up by male or female, actually. I'll mention that in a second. They have to be either bar or bas mitzvah, and obviously a Jew, in order to put the mezuzah back up. Somebody who's obligated in the commandments, so which would obviously be a Jewish male or female. But on a lot of the metal cases, they actually have a metal plug as well. And what happens is, after a couple years, if it gets wet, the plug actually gets rusted in. 1 second. The plug actually gets rusted in, and it's impossible. Here, I have a couple of cases like this where I actually had to have a guy saw open the bottom of the mezuzah case. Can you see that? Because the plug, he drilled it, then we tried different ways to get it out, but we couldn't because the plug was stuck. So metal mezuzah cases are not good. For that, well, first of all, they're not waterproof. The mezuzah that came out of this case was actually the one which I showed you a second ago. Was this? Okay, this mezuzah that got water damaged. You see the smudged letters right there by my pinky, and then again down here. That mezuzah came out of this case, so it did not hold out the moisture. The bottom of the case, it got wet and it got rusted shut. In addition, metal is a material which really absorbs temperatures in an extreme way. If you ever touched a cold metal railing in the winter, or a hot railing in the sun in the summer, that's been in the sun, you know it's hot and you know it's cold. So a mezuzah which is in a plastic case won't get as cold, it won't get as hot when it's in the sun, even if it's a darker case, as a metal will. So basically what I'm saying is, when a mezuzah gets hot, it makes it swell a little bit. When it gets cold, really cold, it constricts it a little bit, and through the seasons and the days, it goes back and forth, and you basically have the mezuzah in a material which will make the mezuzah go through much more dramatic changes than, let's say, a plastic or a wood case, which doesn't get as cold or as hot. So there's a lot of reasons not to use a metal case. One from Kabbalah, like I spoke about earlier, barzel, those who follow Kabbalah, it's proper not to use, inside or outside, and outside just as practical reasons as well. So metal cases are nice, but if you want to use it for the inside, it's great, but really not for the outside. So again, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you like this video, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next video. Another video coming out real soon, and stay tuned.